Hey guys, so I'm back at it again with another hero deck profile. So it's been a while, made a couple changes to it, added some spice. We got regionals coming next week in Toronto, so hopefully we kick ass at that one. And anyways, without further ado, let's get on with the profile. So we'll start off with the main deck as we always do. Got a couple new nice Jaden tokens. I also got the Shining Field Center. I'm trying to get the UDS Stratos Field Center, but unfortunately it's crazy expensive right now, but we'll get it eventually. Anyways, so off to the main deck. So we play one Solid Soldier. So, you only need one. And he's a good, he's your Goblinberg of the deck. You could special summon level 4 or lower hero. So usually it's missed. Most of the time, also you could do, I have a combo that I do with this and Stratos to kind of go off and end on Dark Claw and Plasma. But yeah, he's good, and he's like he's searchable now, and there's just so much normal summons you can have in this deck, right? So because we have your Vision Hero engine, so that's why I find, and a lot of people are finding that playing one is just fine, as is good enough. So we're playing 2 Shadow Mist. So yeah, you play 2 because in case you brick with one, you can have the other one to dump or use for Hero Lives or something. So it's just, this has been working out. So there's no reason to change that. Play 2 Stratos. Yeah, still playing 2 Stratos. I just don't find the need to play the third one. I'm sorry guys. It's just 2 is, I feel like, the sweet spot number. You use the one for the ad and use the other one for the pop. So it's a great normal summon, but the thing is, to be honest, you don't really need to rely on your normal summons in this deck. And if you have to, I guess this is the guy to go. And you have so many ways to search them in this deck as well too. So with like Mist, with your E-Calls, with Hero Lives, with your Cross Crusader. So it's just, I find this unnecessary, and this deck is already tight anyways. So we play 1 Honest Neos. You only need the one, and if you need more, then most likely you're in a pretty bad spot anyways. So he's searchable. He protects your Plasma, your Dark Claw, whoever, all your heroes. So good card. Barely normal summon this guy. You just use him mostly for protection. Okay, now onto the Vision Hero engine. So we have 3 forests. Yeah, this is the guy you want to see in your hand most of the time. So that's why you play it at 3. Play 2 increase. You play 2 just in case you don't brick. And you play also 2 Vion just in case you brick as well too. So it's just kind of like, this engine has done wonders for this deck. And yeah, this is the correct ratio to do it. And there's nothing more to say about that. 3 Mali. This has been putting in work in the deck. You're able to go off. A lot of the times, I don't even try to extend fully, because if you have a feeling that your opponent has Nibiru in hand, like there's no point in going off and extending too hard, and you could just kind of like have this in the grave, and then once you find out your opponent doesn't have Nibiru or whatnot, or you need an extender in the grave, you just rely on that. And so it gives you so much options, because you could combo off, but at the same time it also gives you like the ability to come back if your board gets broken. So it just gives you more options. So I'm hoping Konami doesn't do anything. To be honest, I don't think they're gonna do anything, because heroes aren't really doing much right now in the meta. So, and no one's really abusing Mali yet, knock on wood. So yeah, we'll just hope that Konami keeps that going. So 1 Dynatag, so protects your life points, protects you from getting OTK'd, and also you use it to boost up your Destiny heroes. So like Plasma or Dystopia for the pop. So it's good as a 1-of. 1 Celestial as your burn target, as well as you get to draw 2. So he's something good to mill off for dangerous, or dump with Vion if for your turn 2 plays. So just so you can get the draw 2. 1 Plasma. a lot of times for my going first plays, I just sit on Plasma with Honest Neos, and it's just so easy to do now because you just like you can do a simple Forest combo, or you can just do one Fusion Destiny equals Plasma and Honest Neos in hand. So that's kind of a pain to deal with. One Evil Gold, Evil Captain Gold, a Dusted Gold. You don't need the one of. Really good card. I like to use him pretty much going second to break boards. So going first, I'll search him just to like just give myself an option and all that. If I make a board and if it gets broken, I'll just plop this guy on the field. One good thing about this guy too is he doesn't, because he pretty much goes into, well, he searches Dark Calling and then you get to make your Malicious Bane. What's good about that is, you could at least get two monsters with Tikaboo on the field. So, when there can only be one pisses you off because it really shits on this deck, you could at least get two guys on the field and, go off from there and all that. So a lot of times I used to get, like, Malicious Bane, normal the Stratos, pop the stupid fucking Tikaboo, and then just go off from there. So, yeah, hopefully Konami bans a fucking card, or like, at least limits it and shit. So it's so fucking AIDS. Two Ash Blossoms, really, I find this is like the correct ratio for Ash Blossoms. You don't want too many hand traps, I guess, in this deck. Like, we do play like about 6, but at the same time, like, you want variety, right? So I find like playing 2 of each kind of gives you that, and you don't get so many cards stuck in your hands. So if anything, you could like draw into it as well too. So that's why I like to play 2 ofs. So 3 ofs you want in your hand, 2 ofs you want to draw into it, 1 ofs is just for searchable. 2 Phantasmes, really good card, I find. He just pretty much helps me with my striker matchup, helps me against even against like salads and stuff, like anyone that tries to target me and all that. So it's just kind of like, and it also fixes your hand. So if you have really shitty hands with like Mallies and like increases or just like bricks in your hand, it'll just put those back in, and then you also get the protection effect, which heroes desperately need. So this guy gives you protection. So really good card. Okay, off to the spells. 3 calls. You need your searchers. Enough said. You can search anything, any of your elemental heroes. So Stratos, Honest Neos. 3 Fusion Destiny. It's just broken card. You literally go into Dystopia or Dangerous. Don't really have to go any more into that either. 3 Mass Change. Yeah, because you have your targets. 2 Super Poly. So I changed this recently because before I was playing Nibiru, but to be honest, I'm finding a lot of people are playing around Nibiru, and to be honest, this guy, he has more this card has more utility because we do have a target in our extra deck that stops our Orcus players in general, and then also some Thunder Dragons as well too, and a lot of dark decks. But at the same time, like, you could also go into OTKs with this too. You can have some cool interactions and like go for adoration in the game. So you can make like a pretty suboptimal board. Go into battle phase. Use your mass changes and then use this, and then hopefully go for a game. And your opponent won't Nibiru you use. So you can play around that stupid fucking rock. So yeah, that's why I find like Super Poly you can't respond to either, like your opponents. So it's just kind of like, they just have to take it and stuff, and then you could just kind of go off from there. So that's why I'm kind of playing him. Well, for right now, it's working. So we'll see how it goes after regionals. 1 Dark Calling because it's searchable, and you go into Bane. 1 Hero Lives, because most of the time this guy gets ashed. This card gets ashed, but it's a good ash bait, and then also wins games. So really good card. 1 Polymerization because it's searchable, and then 2 Impermanences because it hits pretty much all of the decks. All right, now on to extra deck. So start off with Mask Heroes, 2 Dark Claw, self-explanatory. 1 Anki, 1 Master Hero Blast, One DN. I'm thinking about cutting this guy because I don't go into him a lot, but when I do, he actually does stuff, but it's very rare. Maybe might make it another super poly targets. We'll see. It's funny how like Blast is more viable now than DN, but you know, DN you just play just in case your opponent tries to call by the grave you and stops your plays. So at least you can at least keep on going. So one Dystopia, one Dangerous, your Fusion Destiny targets, and also you can also poly into them as well too. So this guy's your loaded Trident. He does burn damage. Uh, Dangerous is really good too when you have kind of awkward hands, and also you can use them with Fusion Destiny to make your what you call your one card Plasma Honest Neos. So really good card. And you can also like dump cards in the grave like for your turn twos like this Dynatag or even Celestial. So kind of sets things up. Trinity the boy. Pretty much, if you want to OTK your opponent, if they've extended too much, play this guy and you just beat them. So you can just summon this guy around where Galatea is. Galatea can't be destroyed when something's in that one diagonal area, and just keep on beating him for game. One Adoration, Baby Trinity, good card. Usually I use them kind of like as Solid Soldier. When I try to poly with Solid Soldier, I kind of use him as an extender, and I get this guy in the field, and barely uses underclock ability, but like it's an option. Two Cross Crusaders, really good card. Pretty much the new Isolde of this deck, so you get to also search a card. Pretty much search your Mali from grave, and then bring it back, and then tribute it, and then you get your ad and stuff, and then you can go into your link threes or just sit on it, get your nice arrows. Speaking of arrows, Dread Decimator. This guy's actually really good now. Well, a lot of people were talking shit about him before because he was a pain in the ass to get into, but now there's actually options, and you can make your heroes really big. So, and it also does piercing, which is really good for grind games. One Wonder Driver, underrated card as well too. He puts in work, especially in grind games, and then anytime you special something underneath there, you get to you get to get a change spell or poly or even Fusion Destiny. So it comes up. One Mali Bane, because he's searchable. Well, he's really easy to get out. He's like one card combo with Dusty Gold. He's not super like needed for the deck, but at the same time he really comes up, especially when your boards are broken. And then he's a pain in the ass, like especially in the grind game where like your opponent just can't out this because they don't have the resources to. So he Raigekis, he pretty much he gets big, and then you could just he's a target. He's a dark target, so you can just go into mass change and Anki and go for games. So he's really good, and he can't be destroyed by card effects or battles, so he just stays on the field a lot of the times. Dracos really don't like him. And then one Starving Venom, because he's your super poly target. So yeah, I was thinking about playing some more. I was thinking about maybe Predaplast, Dragostapelia, and then maybe even the triple one as well too. But I find this one is kind of like more generic, and I kind of only have space for one. I might cut something else for maybe put like a Mud Dragon or something, or even like Diplex or Chimera. But to be honest, like I'm not really scared of those decks that much as I am against Orcus and Thunder Dragons. Because Thunder Dragons, you can just fuse both the Colossus they get on the field. Then you can start adding and start making plays and stuff. So and then start going from there. So. Anyways, that's the extra deck. So let's go into side deck, the Spice. Well, I'll show you the Spice at the end. So pretty much, 3 Lancias, nothing spicy about that. You do this to stop Orcus, which is pretty much the tier 1 deck right now. So, and then also Thunder Dragons as well too. 3 Twins, because we hate back row. So I'm starting to play Ogres now, because you play this against Sky Strikers, and then also against Gurus, because hit the Hidden City. If you hit the Guru, then and they don't fiend this, then you're Gucci. Otherwise, you're kind of in a bad spot. And plus, I was thinking of playing Kaiju's as well too, but to be honest, that conflicts with Cross Crusader, so that's kind of like it's not a really good option either. So against those control decks, I find playing going second is better as well too. So yeah, so Ghost Ogre I feel is pretty good. It hits a lot of decks. Two evenly. So I used to play it at three, but I decided to cut it down to two because I seem it seems to me when I side this in because I play a pretty lean 40 card deck. I see in my hand like in multiples, and to be honest, I want to just draw into it. And when I draw into cards, I usually play it at two. I don't want to see them in my hand too much because otherwise I'll get like multiples and all that. So Red Reboot, same kind of philosophy. You know, I want to use that when I want to OTK and have that in my turn. So as a one as a top deck or just kind of like as just a one of. So in my hand, and then for the spice, three Drag Down by the Grave. So this card has been putting in so much work lately. I love this card. So like literally like it just pretty much shits on my opponents that are trying to like Nibiru me, trying to super pollen me, trying to mind control me, like any kind of like crazy broken card they have, I just put that in the grave. So it's just really good. And the what you call at the very least, I'll be able to see their hand to see like where they're at and stuff. So if they have anything crazy and all that, and if they don't have Nibiru, then I'm sitting pretty. So what the only drawback between that is after you discard one and your opponent your opponent discards one from your hand and you discard one from your opponent's hand, is you both get a draw. So you get drawn to the card, but at the same time, like it's worth taking that risk because it's just the chances of them drawing into the out is it's not as high as what they'd have in their hand already. So, and then also what you can do is you can plus two. You can leave the last card in your hand to be like something that you don't really care about or want to see. So you could have a brick in your hand, like have a Mally, have a Mist, and then if that's your last card and you use Drag Them on the Grave, they're forced to kind of put that. You get to discard that, and then you can plus off that. So you could plus off the discard of the Mist and get a search, and then plus off the Mally and just get the Mally in the grave. So really really good card I find. A lot of people are playing exchange, but to be honest, like exchange, like you minus on that, and to be honest, like you might give up an important combo piece. So that's why I find like drag down is better for at least me for my playstyle. So, anyways, that was my hero deck profile. So hopefully I kick ass at regionals this week. I want to get top and get my invite. So, anyways, I'll keep you guys posted afterwards. Thanks for watching.